Guillaume Broche, Francois Muris, Tom Guillamin from Sandfall, and Alexis Garavarian from Kepler, creators of Expedition 33, visited the Square Enix office for a creatively rich exchange of vision and ideas. Yeah, well, basically, the way I hope it went is that Square learned from Sandfall and not the other way around. Alright, that's the only good thing that could happen. I don't really think Sandfall has anything to learn from Square. I think that if Sandfall wants to fail and destroy itself, then all it has to do is learn lessons from modern Final Fantasy. Like, just all the wrong ones. Just copy what they're doing. Some people have said that, like, well, oh no, what if they get bought? So, worst possible timeline is Square buys Sandfall and makes them make Devil May Cry 17. That's the worst possible scenario. Best possible scenario is that Square just gives Sandfall all the rights to all their classic Final Fantasies and says, look guys, we can't remake our own games. We've shown that we can't. You do it. It's in your hands from now on. That's the best possible timeline. Both are extremely unlikely. I doubt either are going to happen, but that's the best and the worst scenarios. What if they make the next FF? They never will. No. Here's why, right. Ideally, Sandfall should be the ones to remake Legend of Dragoon. But the problem is, E33 is so embarrassing for Square and for modern Final Fantasy that they don't want to risk that happening again. Sony and Square are probably already annoyed enough that E33 exists at all. Like, why do you think Japanese IGN gave E33 a 7 out of 10? Why do you think it did that? And gave FF16 like an 8 or an 8.5 and Rebirth a 9 out of 10? Why do you think it gave E33 7 out of 10? So something tells me that if Square released E33 first and called it FF17, Japanese IGN would have given it a different score. It's just a hunch. It's just a hunch. But it's embarrassing that a brand new, small, unknown company from France made a better Final Fantasy than the country that's literally famous for making those games. It's embarrassing. And I think the 7 out of 10 is a damage control score. This is interesting. Expedition 33 developers visit Kojima Productions, man. Now, a collab between these two could be rather interesting. Just visualize this. What if Kojima comes up with some sort of new science fiction IP that also has, like, I don't know, a bit of cool modern stuff or contemporary stuff in it, and then Sandfall does the combat for that? That would be insane, man. If there was sort of like, I don't know if Death Stranding or Metal Gear is the right idea, but as I say, you know, a Kojima Sandfall crossover could be insane. It could be nuts, bro. Their combat system with his ideas, his designs, and also their ideas and their designs and their storytelling as well. I just think it'd be nuts. I think it'd be awesome. So, I mean, I personally think that even without Kojima's involvement, if Sandfall did a game that was, say, like a science fiction set on an alien planet, a bunch of your party members are aliens, let's say like a Mass Effect type game, but the combat was, you know, E33's system with dodges and parries and QTEs and stuff, or whatever, something like that, I think that would be insane as well. I can't think of a single game that is like what I described, and I bet you there's a market for it as well. I think that people would really enjoy that. I personally would. Yeah. Mass Expedition 33, or I don't know, Expedition Effect. Something like that. I think it'd be awesome. Now, I don't want to sit here and be that gamer saying, like, Sandfall needs to do this. I don't want to do that. Man. They clearly know what they're doing. Just let them cook. Give them time. No pressure. I think it'd be top tier. I think it'd be awesome. You hope Sandfall stays a small team. That's the way. It seems like they've figured out that creativity is just as important as money. That creativity can be more important than money. You know, when it comes to game design, when it comes to art, and all that. And they have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Kojima scanning Lune's feet, Ryo. I'm not going to say anything about that.